Okay, good morning, students. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Megha, Nisha, yes. We have wonderful opportunity to learn directly regarding sociology. I would believe that this opportunity can great your experiences as well as you can learn more than before. Previous class we had been learned in first February, the social stratification, which means division of society by means of caste, class, race, etc. Today we have to start with social stratification, their influence on health. The fact is that the division of society or every sections of population having different health status. Example, high class people having high health status than low class people. Now detail going on. Class versus health. The health status have been determined by the class of a person. Low class people having low health status due to low economic and educational status, possible to get communicable diseases and also suffer from socio-economic problems. Poverty, unemployment, illiteracy is common problem in low class, which leads to malnutrition, mental health problems, physical illness. High class people passing high health status due to better education, high occupational status, and economic status, having awareness. Mainly high class having awareness regarding healthcare services, easy to access the healthcare service. Non-communicable disease is a major phenomenon in high class. Middle class people have been suffer from socio-economic imbalance. They have been suffer from both communicable as well as non-communicable diseases and social disabilities. Caste versus health. Mainly in India, caste is a key to determine the health status. The caste is divided into various forward caste, backward caste, SC and ST, which is modern classification. The forward caste may be called as general category. The naturally forward caste people having more health status than other due to high educational economic status and standard of culture of standard lifestyle, etc. Then food habits differ from caste to caste. Healthier lifestyle. Then in India, a large population belong to BC. They have been suffer from socio-economic imbalance. It's lead to mental health problem, physical illness, and social disabilities. Low caste people, including SC and ST, having unstandardized lifestyle, having level in remote areas, deep jungle, possible to discriminated by high caste people, suffer from socio-economic problems. Communicable disease is a most possible due to unstandardized lifestyle. The poor health people or people from low caste, mainly their social exclusion due to unequal distribution of power, income, goods and services. The World Health Organization recommended to overcome it. There are three principles: improve the condition of daily life, tackle the inequality, distribution of power, money and resources. There is need to change social structures. Race versus health. In United States of America, mainly the health status updated on the basis of race. In India, race concerned to understand the health status, mainly Indian, mainly concerning Aryans and Dravidians. Simply saying Aryans having high health status than Dravidians due to traditional food habits, socio-cultural and economic practices. Then influence of health practice on the social stratification. First influence, formulate healthcare programs, identify healthcare needs, execution of healthcare projects, client-oriented care, prevention of diseases, caregiving, treatment modalities, disease prevention and strategies, health promotion and programs, clinical practices, community health services, promotion of holistic health, provide health education, chronic disease management, effectively execution of clinical services, guidance and counseling. Mainly this is a social medicine. Every concept uses a social medicine, mainly caste, class and caste, to identify the causes of diseases, prevention of disease and execution of the healthcare services. The importance of social stratification in nursing. First, nursing assessment, nursing diagnosis, care, cure, prevention, promotion, nursing management, nursing education, patient health education, counseling, nursing research. Then all the nursing disciplines should be apply this knowledge. First, maternal health. Mothers are different from caste to caste, class to class. For example, high class mothers may be having different behavior than low class. So this oriented care, mother care is essential. Then pediatric nursing to prevent child mortality, medical surgical nursing, mental health and community health nursing. When you read the specialty books, we could see that these all the, for example, in American books concerned, that are written about the races, race and health. In Indian authors may concentrate on caste and these diseases. So this is classification help us to client-oriented care as well as caste, race and class-oriented care. Conclusion. So all the concept uses a influence to health status of people. So it uses a social medicine, apply to nursing, solve social problems, promote sustainable peace and development. Then important questions in this unit, review questions, social stratification, social class, caste, race. So these three important questions asked in the 5-mark question, okay? Important one. Social mobility as well as important. List the following characteristics of social stratification, types, characteristics of class, functions of class, features of caste, merits of caste, origin of caste, demerits of caste, difference between class, caste, criteria of race, determinants of race, types of social mobility, determinants of social mobility, then short notes. Social class, Indian caste system, features of caste in India today, race, race prejudice, racism, social mobility, changes of caste system in independent India, essay on define social stratification, discuss social stratification, their influence on health. List the types of social stratification, explain social stratification in India. So according to our syllabus, this unit is over. Next unit according to our syllabus is community. The study of community is very interesting one, okay? I would believe that you maybe start the study of the community in third year concern. So here we need to study about this sociology of community. Community in India. Indian communities are differ from other countries' communities. The reason is that Indian community is traditional one, having villages, cities, as well as regions, different types of regions, Northeast, South Indian, North Indian, like this. Introduction is an important concept in sociology. Community is part of society, one or two or three or more communities together form a society. Theories of community explain about community and social development. Community has determined health status of people. Example, rural people having different health status than urban people. Sociology of community is fundamental for community health nursing. So it's essential in nursing. Every nursing students, every nurse is a fundamental. Need to know. Community-oriented care is essential. Here one of the concept, human ecology. A study about ecology is a branch of biology. The study of relation between organism and their environment. For example, urban environment and rural environment. In sociology, the term human ecology means the study of man's interrelationship with their physical environment, Human beings is constantly adjusting to their environment. Every community having different ecosystem. For example, village community become, which means rural community become natural ecosystem. Cities, urban may be unnatural, which is created by humans, degradation of environment, etc. Define human ecology, branch of sociology concerned especially with the study of temporal interrelationship between human beings and their economic, social, and political organizations. Then we are going to detail about deals with the meaning of communities, sentiment of common living. Sentiment is a key word. Community as a social group determined by geographical boundaries and common values and common interest. Its members know and interact with each other. It functions particular social structure and exhibits and creates certain norms, values, and social institutions. According to WHO, this definition you can use for community health nursing as well. Key words are geographical boundaries, members known, functions, create norms, values, social institutions. The nature of community. A group of people within a geographical area, define boundaries, common culture, social system, conscious their unity, can act collectively. Mainly rural people having more collectiveness as well as urban people. Then types of communities according to study: rural, urban, regional. Rural community detail going on. Village community, which may be called as village community. Rural sociology is a field of sociology, is associated with study of social life in non-metropolitan area. In sociology concern is a specialty in mastery of sociology, is a rural sociology. Look at this picture. Can you see these pictures? No, this is a rural. There is only land, cattle, small houses, which is rural. No, this is a reality of Indian rural life. Then definition. It is a cluster of living within a narrow territorial radius who share a common way of life. People living in physical area who have common interest and common way of satisfying them. So key is that common ways. Commonness is more than other communities in rural. Look at this reality of the villages. Some pictures are available, very useful for you. Then evolution of village community, which means growth. First, primitive village community, which means very old one, Stone Age. Second, midway village community. This village communities was governed by king in India, kings. Third one, modern village community. We know that we are living in modern villages, which is computerized, mechanized. Then features of village community: community consciousness, role of neighborhood. Neighbors doing vital role in rural. Joint family system, faith in religion, and simplicity, simple way of life. Look at this cattle use. This is modern way of cultivation. This is modern, use machines for cropping as well as cultivation. Then growth of village community. First, following factors determine growth. First, topographical factors. Factors including land, water, climate. Then economic factors. condition of agricultural, rural economy, cottage industry. Third one, social factors, peace, security, coordination, intelligence. Now look at this, some more pictures available for more understanding regarding rural life. Then village community in India. 73% of total population living in Indian villages. Characteristics of Indian villages: isolation and self-sufficiency, peace and simplicity, conservation, poverty and illiteracy. Then local self-government, which may be called as panchayat, So these are the unique characteristics of Indian villages. Then changes in village community or changes in Indian rural life. First change is that caste system change. We know that in olden villages, untouchability. Now there is no untouchability. Then Jajami system, which means exchange of materials. Give coconut, buy rice. Nowadays change into money system. Family system change, joint family into nuclear family. Marriage system change, child marriage into adult marriage. Living standard change, olden method into modern method, computers, computerization and mechanization. In families, mainly concerning Indian village kitchens. Then economic system has been changed into village method. For example, olden method into modern method. Modern villages are become industrialized, which means mechanized. Then political system change. Caste panchayat change into village panchayat system. Nowadays there is no caste. People only govern the modern villages, which may be called as village panchayats. Then rural problems. First problem is their agricultural problem, unskilled methods, old tool, undeveloped seeds, small farms, shortage of irrigations. Look at this other problem, male educational problems are there. Look at this, transportation is other unique problem in Indian rural or Indian villages, and healthcare issues are there. Then economic problem, lack of organization, high rate of interest, lack of transportation and communication, which cause isolation. Then lack of technology. Nowadays it's increasing the technology, but is still lacking. Underdeveloped vegetation, which means old method use, modern method, then land to use. Look at this. Vegetation, agriculture. Then social problems, mainly illiteracy, poverty and unemployment is a phenomenon of Indian villages. Mainly other healthcare problem, mainly communicable disease is a key factor. Then measures to solve rural problems. Rural planning and reconstruction. What do you think about rural planning? Is a process of improving the quality of life and economic well-being of communities living in relatively unpopulated areas rich in natural resources. So rural planning is that improving the quality of life, mainly economic well-being as well as social well-being. Then aim of this is that affecting improvement in all aspects of rural life. Every aspect means economic, political, as well as individual aspect, mainly concerning healthcare, improving healthcare, education, etc. Objectives. First objective is that eradication of poverty. Then establishment of cooperation, improvement of transportation. Then spread of education. Schools and colleges should be in the villages. Progress of health through primary health centers. Abolition of social malpractices like casteism. Then developing best type of village leadership, undertaking various economic and educational and moral programs for achieving rural reconstruction. Then methods of reconstruction. First, improvement of agriculture, new methods should be used, then modified tools, organized farms. The main problem is that small farm is the main problem. So every farmers together and coordinate their work and coordinate to cultivate. The new methods concerning the modern biotechnology should be used. For example, in olden crop, for example, rice, paddy. Rice only cultivate mainly 6 months is taken, one crop. But nowadays only 3 months, which means in a 1 year can 4 times can cropping the rice paddy cultivation. Due to modern technology, biotechnology mainly, the genetically modified seeds, etc. Then water management, mainly drip irrigation, scientific methods use. Then economic reconstruction, cooperative societies, easy financial access, cooperative bank. Nowadays every bank, in front of every bank, written that the agricultural loan. If you have land, you can getting the better loan for agriculture, infrastructure development, encourage cottage industries, organize businesses, reduce middleman, and enact law. Now, new legislation need for to solve the economic problem, then social reconstruction, educational facilities, employment opportunities, healthcare infrastructure. Mainly employment opportunities need in the villages. Many of the villages are nowadays migrated from village to cities, which cause expansion of cities, which cause urbanization. So within the villages can create the job opportunities, which help to solve various rural issues. Then health care infrastructure, disease prevention and control, then environmental protection, etc. Nowadays, environmental protection is a vital one for sustainable development. Then eradication of social mobility. Then panchayat system, community development program. Then panchayat system we will be learn next section, okay? 9 o'clock will be start next section. Now questioning time. Welcome back. Panchayat system. Next section. Origin. Balwandari Committee recommendation 1958. Technique of democratic decentralization by Nehru in 1959. So these ideas caused the amendment in Constitution. Constitution 73rd Amendment in 1993, passing Panchayat Raj Act. Can you see this flow chart? Akshaya, can you see this flow chart?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So yes, Nisha, look at this. This is a organization of Indian government. How India governed. First, look at this: government of India, state government, then divisions, district. Each district divided into various block. Look at this: block, taluk, and villages. Then municipalities, municipality corporations, city council. So these are the urban. Okay, can you see this? The municipalities are urban. Here, block and villages are rural, which means villages. So this is a way to govern the society by Indian government. Then organization. Three-tier system: Gram Panchayat at village level, Panchayat Union at the block level, and Silla Parishat at district level. So every village is governed by three-tier system. In the Panchayat elections, do you have experience in this participate this Panchayat elections, this year Panchayat elections? Did you participate? Anybody? Nisha? Now election going on, we need to know about it, okay? The fact is that when you living in a village, should be exercise 3 vote. 3 vote means 1 Gram Panchayat member, 1 Panchayat Union member, 1 Silla Parishat member. Clear about it? So we have been choose 3 members to govern the Indian villages. But in cities, for example, municipality, Trivandrum is a municipality, There the people only one vote only put to exercise. The reason is that choose only one member for municipality member. But villages governed by 3 members. So which is a uniqueness. The village how to govern by the Indian government. Okay, clear about it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Adulya. 3-tier system. Zilla, Panchayat, villages. Salient features: promote agriculture, rural industry, provision of maternity and women child health, maintenance of road, tank and wall, provision of sanitation, drainage system, socio-economic progresses, and primary education, land revenue, execution of rural development program. Then power and functions of Gram Panchayat: sanitation, conservancy, drainage, and the prevention of public nuisances, and prevention measures in respect of any epidemic, for example, COVID-19. Preventions. Then supply of drinking water, disinfection, the source of supply of stages of water, mainly maintenance, repair, construction, and protection of public street. Then removal of encroachment of public street. For example, some public maybe nuisance are there, that time remove that, and public places, and clearing the public transportation. Then management and care of public tank, and organize voluntary labor for upliftment of its area. Then community development program. Definition is a short form is that CDP. Students, this question examination may be asked only CDP, okay? This so need to keep it in your mind that CDP means community development program. Process of social action, which people, community organize themselves for planning action to meet their common needs and solve the problems. Then salient features of CDP: concentrated effect, multi-sectorial development, self-reliance, technical provision, multi-purpose agencies, organized effect, then financed by central and state government. Central government, for example, Kerala government means Kerala government. State, central government means this union government. Then administrated by central and state ministry, department, district level, block level, and village level. Then coverage area of CDP: improvement in agricultural technique, employment, transport, education, health, housing, sanitation, minor irrigation facilities, development of cooperation, then project and programs. These various programs are here listed here. SFDP, Small Farm Development Project. MFAL, Marginal Farm and Agricultural Labor Project. DPAP, Drought Prone Area Program. IRDP, Integrated Rural Development Program. ANP, Applied Nutritional Program. So this is a healthcare program, ANP. ICDP, Integrated Child Development Program. This program, the executed through Anganwadis in every villages. Then DWCR, Development of Women and Child in Rural Area. TRISOM, Training Rural Youth for Self-Employment. Then availability of healthcare facilities in rural and its impact on health and health practices. What are the healthcare facilities available in rural India? A detail going on. Then healthcare system in India, we need to know. First, tertiary, secondary, and primary. Tertiary is, look at this, primary. Primary is in village level, which is divided into primary healthcare center, sub-center. The primary health center for 30,000 population, sub-center for 5,000 population. Village health unit, then 1,000 population for one village health unit. Then primary health center facilities are available in rural India. So which type of healthcare facilities are available? Only primary healthcare services. Look at this Indian mission, Indian healthcare slogan is that Nation Rural Health Mission, one child, one family. Different pictures are here. Healthcare services in rural India, healthcare facilities, health education, food supply, proper nutrition, safe water, basic sanitation, immunization, and maternal and child health care, prevention and control of locally endemic disease, treatment of common disease and injury, provision of essential drugs, then impact on health, promote health, physical health, mental health, and social well-being. So these all the services directly impact on health status of people, every aspect of health status of people. Then prevention, prevent communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases by means of various these programs only launch in rural India through primary health care services. Then social dynamic. Social dynamic means having to do with society, its organization. Social means, dynamic means characteristic by content change. So social dynamic is nothing but positive changes in the society. Student social change is a separate unit we will learn next units. So positive change we need to think and expect. Define social dynamic, branch of social physics that deals with the laws, forces, and phenomena of change in society. Dynamics in community. urban dynamics, rural dynamics, regional dynamics. Then the urban community, detail going on. Rural is over urban. Meaning, urban sociology is the sociology study, social life and human interaction in metropolitan areas. Metropolitan means, for example, municipalities, town panchayat, etc. So this is a specialty in sociology, urban sociology. Here we need to study about urban families, urban job, urban problems like this. Definitions: a phenomenon of specialization, a population aggregate whose occupations are non-agricultural. So here there is no agriculture, non-agriculture, which means they are working in industrial work. Look at this. This is a city. There is no space for cultivation. There is no trees. Condition for city: 5,000 population at least, 75% of male workers population enlarged in non-agricultural pursuits, 900 persons per square kilometers, which is population density. Look at this, some pictures of cities, buildings, infrastructure, man-made. It means artificial. Everything created by human being. Factors influence growth of cities. First factor, surplus resources. Resource means money as well as materials. Industrialization and commercialization. Industrialization means overgrowth of industries. Commercialization means business. For example, purchasing, production, distribution, consumption. Mainly consumption concern. Is need to think about import and export. Then development of transport and communication. Every types of communication available for growth of cities mainly. Road transportation, okay, as well as train transportation, air transportation, mainly water transportation. Water transportation is a key for growth of city. For example, Chennai, Mumbai, New York, as well as other cities grow. Reason is that import and export. All the materials are through the water transport and ship. Then economic pull of cities. Economic pull means every economic productions are pulled to city. For example, when you produce rubber in our villages, where go that rubber? Travel to city for industries. Their industries are there for producing the rubber products. Not only rubber, as well as coconut, rice, everything travel to village to city, and their industries are available and produce value added the products. So that's why cities are grow. Then urban sociological theories. Marxism says that urbanism. Twinis says that community and society. Simmels name that metropolis and mental life. Max Weber named that the city. Louis Worth says that his theories. Louis Worth says that urbanism as way of life. Then classification of cities. First to define defense cities. The classification according to the growth of cities. Defense cities, example Mexico, Manila, commercial city, London, New York. manufacturing and industrial cities. Manchester, political city, New Delhi, Political city, New Delhi. So New Delhi became a city due to the political head of India. People migrated to all over India for political purpose. Then educational cities, Oxford, Cambridge. Religious cities, Jerusalem, pilgrimage. Then resort cities, Srinagar. Then features of urban community: namelessness, homelessness, class extreme. Class extreme means distance between rich and poor, low class and high class. Then social heterogeneity, multicultural. Social distance is very vast. Emergency and speed, people living in busy life. Do you have experience in cities in Chennai, Mumbai? When you go to that cities, you may be experiencing all these features. Social control. There is no informal social control. The control by law. Social mobility is very, very fast. The status of people have been changed. Then voluntary association doing vital role in cities. Then individuality. In cities, people having more individualized than rural. Lack of unity in family due to nuclear family system and economic independent. Then lack of community feeling, moral laxity, unbalanced personality. Then dynamism. Segmentation. Segmentation is other feature, which means every parts of cities have been divided into various segments. For example, commercial area, industrial area, residential area, where people living. So like this segmented. Then bureaucratic organization, interpersonal relationship, the size of population is very, very high. Density of population is very high. Then city community in India. In 1921, 11.2% population in cities. 1981, 23.73 population. 1991, 25.2 population. But 2011 census or 27 point, gradually increasing the city populations, which cause the urbanization, expansion of cities, which create various problems in cities. Then urban pathology, housing. Pathology means the diseases or problems. Housing is a major issue. Slums, when you go to Mumbai, drug addiction, alcoholism, prostitution. In every city, prostitution is separate areas are available. Red light area. And there is nowadays is gradually reducing the practice of prostitution due to the various government measures prohibit the practice of prostitution. Then gambling, crime is a common in cities, city problems. Then next major issue is that urbanization. Urbanization and its impact on health and health practices. Detail going on. Students, urbanization is very important question in the examinations. define urbanization is the physical growth of urban area into rural or natural land as a result of population in migration to an existing urban area. Effects include change in density of population and administration services. Look at this. So clear about that definitions. There are cities there, people migrated from village to city. So that city become expand. For example, maybe a city having only 50 kilometers. Then after 2 or 3 years, that expand to 75 kilometers. So what happened? The city will be grow and this imbalancely. Look at this picture, urban population growth in India, gradually increasing. 2011, 30 projected here, but 27% only actual one. This is a projection of urbanization in India. Then classification of urbanization, industrialization, causes. Causes of urbanization are due to industrialization, social factors, mainly this economic factor, employment of opportunities, and modernization, rural, urban, transportation. Key fact is that urban transportation. Nowadays, people easily transfer from one place to another place. Then speed of education. Next is education. Then major urbanization problems. First problem is that housing. Then unemployment, slum, drug addiction, prostitution, crime, assault, auto theft. This auto theft means this in the time of traveling. Can you see this picture? This is a phenomenon of slum. There is inadequate housing facilities, people living nearby water. Look at this, slum in Mumbai. Then other problems, population. Pollution problem is first. Water, air, soil, noise. Then hygiene problem. Food supply, health. Look at this air pollution. Nowadays is reducing. When you travel to our villages to cities, you may experience. I have experience. When I travel from the village to city, Chennai, land there, we can feel acid feeling. Acid means air pollution. So this soil pollution, look at this picture, soil pollution. Then smell, this due to this. Then disorders, deviancies, include deviancies, psychosis, depression, sociopaths, substance abuse. Look at this picture, you can understand about reality of Indian cities. Urban health matters. Look at this, one woman doing work nearby a child. Next, alcoholism, criminal behavior, delinquency, vandalism, family disintegration, alienation. Then affect vulnerable sections of the population. Affect vulnerable. Who is vulnerable? Elderly, children, adolescents, women. Then health hazards, lack of intimacy, pollution. Intimacy means lack of relationship. The divorce rate is very high in cities. Then pollution, as we had learned, traffic problems, crime, drainage problem, impact on health, physical health, mental health, social health is unique in city than in rural. Then antibiotic resistance. People use lot of medicines which cause antibiotic and antimicrobial resistance. These are the healthcare issues. Then availability of healthcare facilities in urban, we will learn next class. So today we had wonderful discussion. We have then city and village. City is artificial, village is natural. So city having lot of problems by means of degradation of environment, mainly air pollution, water pollution. But in villages, other type of problem, mainly agricultural issues and low productivity in agriculture and educational lack of educational facilities, transportation, etc. So these are the uniqueness between urban and rural. So mainly healthcare concerning this, the rural people having more health status than urban. The reason is that the city people are well educated, easy to access the healthcare services, and mainly economically wealthy, maximum population. Small population only not wealthy. But in rural people, these villages are people illiterate. Mainly India concerned North India, various villages, people living under the poverty line due to illiteracy. So these are the uniqueness of urban and rural. So now discussing time, questioning time. Lubida, can you hear? Lubida.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you
Sir,
define community development? Searching answer. Lupita. No need to search. What's your mind express?
sir,
Yes. What's in your mind? No need to search the answer. You know, you hear the lecture. What do you think about it? One word is enough answer.
sir, question once more.
Community development program. Define community development. Gayatri,
Yes, sir.
can you list what are the rural problems?
Uh, rural problems include parameters.
Agricultural problem,
Uh,
then social problems, economic problems.
uh,
Okay. But
housing,
housing which is this
sanitation,
which is our cities. That problem only in urban. Rural means villages. Okay. Villages having only agricultural problems.
educational problems.
Educational problem is there. Yes. Nice to talk with Gayatri. Yes, nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Yes, more discussion will be next class. Okay, next class, be active. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.